Social media never sleeps. Neither does he. The title sounds dramatic, but it's actually pretty literal. Social media platforms are designed to run forever. No bedtime, no closing hours, no friendly librarian telling everyone to shut up and go home. The feed keeps moving, the notifications keep popping, and somewhere out there is a guy who refuses to stop scrolling because the algorithm might have one more thing to show him, and that guy might be you. This isn't just about addiction in the haha. I checked my phone again since. It's about the strange psychology of infinite feeds, phantom vibrations, emotional roller coasters caused by strangers, and the very real possibility that your brain now treats Instagram like oxygen. So today, we are counting down the weird, psychological tricks that make social media impossible to quit, and why your brain refuses to log off, even when your eyes feel like sandpaper. Let's get right into it. Number 10. Infinite Scroll Trap. Once upon a time the internet had pages, actual pages. You reached the bottom, click next, and your brain had a moment to breathe. Social media looked at that system and said, no, we can do worse. Into the infinite scroll. Imagine walking into a buffet where the food conveyor belt never ends. You're not hungry anymore. You're not even enjoying it, but the belt keeps sliding past with tacos, sushi, donuts, and existential dread. Eventually you stop asking, do I want this? And start asking, what's next? That's infinite scroll in a nutshell. Your brain loves unfinished business. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect, the idea that your brain hates incomplete tasks. A never-ending feed is the ultimate incomplete task. There is always another video, another meme, another argument between two strangers who both think they're the main character, and because there's no stopping point, your brain never receives the signal that the activity is done. It's like reading a book where someone ripped out the last page and then attach another 400 pages behind. So you keep scrolling, not because the content is amazing, but because your brain refuses to accept that the buffet might finally be closed. Number 9. The dopamine slot machine. Casinos spent decades perfecting the art of keeping humans glued to slot machines. Social media watched that research and said, oh, that's cute. Then they made something stronger. Every time you refresh your feed, your brain pulls a psychological slot machine lever. Maybe you'll see something hilarious. Maybe a friend liked your post. Maybe someone replied to your comment with an insult. So creative it deserves a Pulitzer Prize. The point is you don't know what you'll get, and unpredictability is exactly what makes dopamine explode in your brain. -1 if rewards were predictable, your brain would get bored quickly, but random rewards, that's neurological catnip. It's the same principle that keeps people feeding coins into slot machines at 3 a.m. while the carpet smells like regret and cheap perfume. Except now the casino is in your pocket. Every notification is a tiny jackpot. Every like is a micro-validation. Every comment is either emotional candy or psychological warfare. Your brain doesn't care which one it is. It just knows that something might happen. If you check again, so you refresh, then refresh again, then once more. Just to be safe, congratulations. Your thumb is now the lever of a dopamine slot machine. Number 8. Phantom vibration syndrome. Picture this: your phone buzzes in your pocket. You reach down, nothing, and no notification, no message, no alert, just silence, and a growing realization that your brain just pranked you. Welcome to phantom vibration syndrome, a very real psychological phenomenon where your brain imagines your phone vibrating, even when it isn't. And before you laugh, studies show that a massive percentage of smartphone users experience this. Why? Because your brain is now hyper-trained to detect notifications. Think about it like living in a house with a doorbell that rings randomly throughout the day. Eventually, your brain becomes obsessed with listening for that bell. It becomes so sensitive that sometimes it hears the bell, even when the wind rattles the window. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's overperforming. Social media taught your nervous system that notifications are important. Messages might contain approval, attention, drama, gossip, or that one friend sending you a meme at 2 a.m. about raccoons committing Taxfraud.so. Your brain says better check even when nothing happened. Basically, your nervous system has become a paranoid security guard protecting absolutely nothing. Number 7. The highlight reel illusion. Scroll through social media for 5 minutes, and you'll see something fascinating. Everyone is thriving. Everyone is on vacation. Everyone's relationship looks like a romantic movie montage. Everyone's breakfast looks like it was plated by a Michelin star chef who specializes in avocados. And meanwhile, you're sitting there, eating cereal straight from the box, while wearing the same hoodie you slept in. This is the highlight reel illusion. Social media isn't reality. It's the best 5% of everyone's life, carefully curated into a highlight reel. Nobody posts the boring parts. Nobody uploads a photo titled, "Me doing taxes," or questioning my life choices. But your brain forgets that. Instead, it compares your behind-the-scenes footage to someone else's movie trailer. Psychologists call this social comparison bias. Your brain automatically measures your life against others, and when the only data available is filtered happiness, your brain concludes something deeply unfair. Everyone else is doing better than me, which is ridiculous, because half those people took 47 photos to get that casual shot, and then argued with their partner. Immediately afterward, social media isn't showing reality. It's showing a global competition for the best lighting, and your brain is judging your entire life based on it. Number 6. Notification anxiety. Somewhere in the past decade, the tiny, red notification bubble became the most powerful psychological trigger on Earth. It's just a red circle with a number inside, but your brain treats it like an emergency alert from the universe. Imagine walking around all day with a small box that occasionally whispers, "Someone is thinking about you." Maybe that uncertainty is the secret weapon your brain hates, not knowing what's inside that notification. I said a message, a reply to your comment, or someone completely destroying your argument with facts you didn't Google first. Your brain doesn't know, and it desperately wants to. Psychologically, notifications create what's called an open loop, an unfinished piece of information sitting in your mind, like a half-heard sentence. Your brain feels uncomfortable until the loop closes. So you check the notification, then another appears, then another, and suddenly you've trained your brain to react like a dog hearing a treat bag open. Even worse, many platforms intentionally design notifications to arrive just often enough to keep you engaged, but not satisfy. It's like someone tapping you on the shoulder every few minutes and saying, "Hey, something might be happening." Basically, your phone has learned how to politely interrupt your life every 10 minutes, and your brain keeps saying, "Yes, thank you. Please continue ruining my focus." Number 5. The comments section battlefield. If aliens landed tomorrow and studied humanity using only social media comment sections, they would immediately assume we are an extremely aggressive species that argues about absolutely everything. Pineapple on pizza. What about a cat video? Somehow still wore. A harmless science post. Congratulations, someone has turned it into a conspiracy theory. Debate comment sections activate something deep in the human brain, the instinct to defend our opinions, like medieval knights guarding a castle, made entirely of personal beliefs. Once someone challenges your viewpoint, your brain doesn't calmly analyze evidence. Instead, it activates emotional defense systems designed for survival. Your body literally treats disagreement like a small threat. Heart rate increases, attention locks in. You begin mentally drafting a reply that will destroy the other person with devastating logic, even if that logic mostly involves sarcasm and typing in all caps. And because social media removes face-to-face consequences, people say things they would never say in real life. The result, a digital arena where millions of people argue with strangers they will never meet about topics neither of them researched properly. Your brain, meanwhile, thinks it's defending your honor. In reality, you're just yelling into a glowing rectangle at midnight. Number 4. The endless validation loop. Humans are social creatures. Our brains evolved to care deeply about what other people think. Thousands of years ago, social approval meant survival. If your tribe liked you, you stayed. If they didn't, well, good luck surviving alone with the wolves. Social media basically weaponized recognize this ancient instinct. Every like, share, or comment becomes a tiny signal of approval. From the try post something funny. Dopamine, someone compliments you. More dopamine, your photo gets lots of likes. Your brain celebrates, like it just won a popularity contest in high school. But here's the catch: validation fades quickly. The happiness from a viral post doesn't last very long. Your brain adapts fast. Soon the previous reward feels normal, and you start craving the next one. So you post again, and again and again. Not necessarily because you want attention, but because your brain remembers how good that approval felt last time. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement, the same learning mechanism used to train animals, except in this case the animal is your brain, and the trainer is an algorithm that never sleeps. You post, you wait, you check again, because somewhere out there, someone might be pressing the like button, and your brain would really appreciate it if they did. Number 3. Doom scroll gravitates. -1:48 p.m. You tell yourself you'll check social media for 5 minutes. Just a quick look, a harmless scroll. Maybe a meme, maybe a funny video. Maybe someone falling off a skateboard in slow motion. But suddenly, it's 1:37 a.m., and you're watching a documentary thread about a mysterious abandoned mall in another country, while also reading arguments about aliens. In the comments section, this is doom scrolling. Your brain has a built-in negativity bias. Evolution programmed you to pay more attention to threats than happy news. Thousands of years ago, noticing danger quickly meant survival. So, when social media presents you with dramatic headlines, shocking videos, or emotionally charged posts, your brain locks on like a heat-seeking missile. Bad news spreads faster than good news because it activates your brain's alert systems, and the algorithm notices this immediately. If you pause on a disturbing post for even a few seconds longer than normal, the platform quietly thinks, oh, you like that, here are 20 more. Soon your feed becomes a spiral of alarming stories, angry debates, and mysterious disasters happening somewhere across the planet. And even though it stresses you out, your brain refuses to look away. It's the psychological equivalent of hearing a loud noise outside your house and repeatedly checking the window, except now the window is your phone, and the noise never stops. Number 2. The algorithm knows you. Social media algorithms are not magical. They are simply extremely patient observers. Every second you spend looking at a post, every video you rewatch, every comment you read without liking, those tiny behaviors quietly become data. Lots of data. The algorithm doesn't know your favorite color or your childhood dreams, but it does know something far more powerful. What keeps you staring at the screen? Think of it like a hyper-intelligent librarian who watches every book you pick up, how long you read it, which pages make you laugh, and which ones make you angry. Then the librarian fills the entire library with only those types of books. Eventually, your feed becomes a customized psychological mirror. If you love weird facts, you'll see more weird facts. If you watch conspiracy videos, the algorithm gently slides deeper conspiracies into your feed. If you pause on cooking videos for 7 seconds longer than usual, suddenly your entire timeline becomes a digital kitchen. This personalization feels convenient, but it also traps you, because the more perfectly tailored the feed becomes, the harder it is to leave. It's like walking into a store where every single shelf contains things you like. Your brain says, well, I should probably look around a bit longer. Number 1. The sleep thief is the strangest part of the whole social media puzzle. Most people know they should stop scrolling at night, and yet they don't. Your body runs on something called the circadian rhythm, an internal clock that decides when you should feel sleepy. Darkness triggers the release of melatonin, a hormone that gently tells your brain it's time to shut down for the night. Unfortunately, phones are basically tiny suns. The bright blue light from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Melatonin production slows down. Your brain stays alert, and suddenly, you're wide awake while watching videos about raccoons stealing snacks from grocery stores. But the real problem isn't just the light. It's the stimulation. Social media constantly throws emotional, funny, dramatic, or surprising content at your brain. That stimulation keeps your mind active long after you plan to sleep. Your brain says just one more video, then another, then one more, because that last one was weird. Before you know it, you're lying in bed at 2 a.m.